it yes. Put yes in the chat, please. All right. You all can see my screen, right? All right, excellent. All right, so good morning, everybody. Welcome to my webinar, Goal Setting for Entrepreneurial Success. First and foremost, I want to inform you all that this webinar is being recorded, and later on, I will share with my student and the community. I highly recommend you to use the chat so that you can connect and engage with each other in this webinar. Remember that your microphone is muted to reduce the background noises. If you have any question and comment, I encourage you to enter them in the chat. And Josh, my friend, he will have to monitor that for me. So to get things started, please put your name, whether you are a TCC student, staff, or community guest, and what goal you want to set today. And I will monitor that, and I will see how I can customize the webinar to your goal, okay? So here is a little bit about online etiquette. And then also how to navigate Microsoft Teams. Okay, I know that the TCC student is very familiar with Microsoft Teams because that is our modality for online learning. But if you are a community guest, you might not have that experience. So like I said, your camera is already up, your microphone is already muted, but you are welcome to use the chat. So the chat's right here. I believe that if you are on your phone, it's probably somewhere below. And then if you have any question, you can raise your hand, you can put it in the chat, and I'm happy to answer your question, okay? So a little bit of introduction about me as a TTC professor. So my name is Professor Kathy Trin. I am a management instructor at TCC Connect. I also teach business and entrepreneurship. And on top of that, I am a program coordinator at TCC. I manage 3 different programs. The first one is business, second is management, and the third one is entrepreneurship. And if you would like to connect with me on LinkedIn, my handle is Kathy 2015, and that is the picture of my profile. Okay. So the agenda for today, this webinar is only 1 hour. So my friend George will keep me on time. Okay. And we will do a little bit introduction, and I will jump straight right into presentation. We do a little question and answer, and the closing exactly at 12:30, hopefully a couple minutes before that, then to get you back to where you need to go. Okay. So like I said earlier, if you haven't had a chance to introduce yourself, put in the chat. Tell us your name, your organization. If you have a business or you want to start a business, make sure to tell us what kind of business you want to start. For example, Ms. Trin, I want to start a restaurant. I want to start a nail salon. I want to start a coffee shop. Put it in there. And what goal would you like to set today? Because like I said, I will use the chat to help customize this webinar to what you need. And then if you want, put what else you want to get out of this webinar, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going through the chat, and I will pick a couple one to read it to all you all, okay? So, all right, the first one is actually my student. Hi, my name is Sila Vo. I'm a TCC student. I took one of Miss Trend classes, and my goal today is to learn more about entrepreneurship and how I can improve as a small business owner. So Sila, so good to have you back. Please put in the chat like what kind of business you haven't right now. Okay, I know that you own a business, but I have no idea what kind of business that you want to improve and what is the goal with that business. And then next is Jolly. So hi Jolly with Best Bucking Jerky. I'm from the community. I went to a TAP networking meeting and met Kathy through LinkedIn. So happy to be here and find direction for my company by setting goal. So Jolly, so good to have you back. Feel free to put the website of your company in the chat, and that's where people can go and check it out and buy some of your delicious beef jerky. And by the way, I had a chance to try her beef jerky during the meeting. It was really good. Let's see what else. Next is Anna. Hi, my name is Anna. I'm a TC student. A goal I will set today to build good time management. Oh my God, that is a great goal, Anna. And we will address that today. I promise. It's in my slide. Okay. Next. Hi, my name is Maricela, and I'm a TCS Connect student. My goal is to organize and be excellent in time management. Oh my gosh, another time management. I'm getting excited, you all. I think that I'm pretty good in that. Third is my name is Eric. I'm a TC student. And next, my name is Matthias Dressler, and I'm a TC student. I look forward to learning from your background in some way to help me attain my goal for my life. So Matthias, I'm really glad to hear that. But is there like a specific goal you want to work today? Like earlier, people put time management, right? You can put something like that, or maybe personal finance, or maybe healthier, or start in my business. The more specific you put, the easier it is for me to help you. Okay. All right. Next one, Fernando. Hi, everybody. My name is John. I used to be a student of Professor trained at TCC. I'm now a junior at UTA. Great job, John. And my goal is to apply the knowledge I gained from this webinar to my future endeavors. I have a small photography service offer and would like to learn more how I can get my small business going. Great job, John. I'm so proud of you. Welcome back, even though that you are at UTA right now. If you have a website of your business, put in the chat so that people can help you out, okay? And then let's see what else. All right, next one is really good. My name is Kimberly, and I'm a CCC student. I currently a franchisee, but I also want to start a life coach business. I obtained my certificate this month. All right, congratulations, Kimberly. I would love to hear what kind of franchise you are. So let's see. And then Eric Rowe, he wants to have a good understanding of this seminar so that he can get extra credit. Okay. So Eric, you probably on one of my online classes, right? So you will watch it and then you will go and post it in discussion forum so that you can get extra credit. Also, he said that he want to get a better understanding of how to succeed in business. Okay, another one is Myra, and her biggest struggle is time management. So she need help with that. Wow, lots and lots of time management today. That's definitely the theme of the day. All right, next is Jasmine Boy. Um, I want to start an online ministry business through YouTube and having a podcast. My goal from this webinar is to learn better time management skill and how to start business well from the beginning. All right, Jasmine, that sounds like an amazing business. I cannot wait for you to get started. All right, so another one is Vicky K. Hello, Professor Kathy. I would like to excel in my career in mortgage banking and work on my goal of organizational skill. I would like to learn the secret that what others will not truly tell you. Great job, Vicky. So I guess organizational skill and it's very important as a mortgage loan officer because guess what? I used to be a mortgage loan officer also. And oh my gosh, all the paperwork you had to deal with, right? So I think that's it. I read all of your introduction and what you want to talk about. It seemed like that time management skill is the number one, so we definitely talk about that. And let's see. And Andrea to put in the chat. So Andrea, I see your hand raising and I'm gonna read it. And then after that, I gotta move on because we already at 11:40 and I have to move on, okay? So hi, my name is Andrea. I'm a former student of yours, have a business as a barber, stylish, and I want to start a small business solution business. My goal today is how to get my service out there. So Andrea, I do remember you. Everybody give your hands up for Andrea. Andrea is a very dedicated student of mine, and I am so happy to have her back. Okay, so with that, I'm sorry. I know there are more people in the chat, and keep putting in the chat so people get to know you. Make sure you put the website of your business so people can go and check you out. But what I had to do, I had to move on because, like I said, it's already 11:40, and I really want to get you out here by 12:30. Okay, so so next one. All right, so I want to I want to start this with my humble beginning, okay? And the reason I want to tell you about my humble beginning is because um, I really want you to understand my why of doing everything. Why is Professor Trins doing this webinar? Why is it choose education? So you can see in the picture, there's a family with two little baby. So I am that little girl on the right hand side. And you can tell from the picture is we do not look very well off. As a matter of fact, I grew up in a house with no running water and no electricity. Just to tell you how poor that I came from. So we grew up in rural Vietnam, and my mother never finished high school. And the reason I'm telling the story, something that's very, very, very deep and painful, is because I want to tell you that it doesn't matter where you come from. Either you are very successful right now or you still struggle in your life. What I'm trying to tell you is I have been there, okay? I have done that. And I have overcome all the obstacles so that I can stand in this room telling you my story. And what my takeaway that I want you to remember if you leave this webinar is doesn't matter where you come from, okay? It doesn't matter what kind of struggle that you're going through, okay? You always keep it, you never give up, you set the right goal, you have the right mindset, you will be successful, okay? Did you hear me? It's yes, put yes. Or give me a thumbs up in the reaction so that I know that you listen to me. All right, so next, so fast forward many years. Remember my beginning. I was raised in a house with no running water and no electricity. Okay, and I had to work really hard. I had to align myself with the right kind of people. I had to set very target strategic goal. And fast forward many years later, okay, I'm going to tell you that it doesn't take like 1 week. It didn't take a month. It didn't even take 1 year. It takes decades. Okay, do you hear me? Decades for me to be here where I'm at right now. So currently, I want you to meet my family. I throw that in because I want you to relate to me as a human being, somebody with a family and children and common problem like anybody has. So right now, I am a college professor at Tarrant County College. I own my own business, Trend Consulting Group. In my experience working as I also have a background in banking and then consulting. I was the 3-time winner, business advisor of America's Small Business Development Center. At TCC, I'm the winner of TCC Chancellor Excellence Award. On my free time, I am a TV host of SBTN Dallas. I have my own TV show, and I also a radio host of Radio Saigon Dallas 1160 AM. I also have my own radio show. I also volunteer as a trainer, advisor, and judge of the Forward Business Plan competition. So I am a working mom. I'm just like everybody. I never have enough time to do everything I want to do. Those are my 2 children. I've been married to my husband, Brian. Goodness, I think we've been together for 18 years now. I love to travel. I've been over to 25 countries. I love to cook and I love to learn. So that's how I want you to remember me, okay? So I'm gonna stop sharing and go back to the screen to make sure that that you can hear me okay. So um, I'm gonna pause right here and try to read the chat because I think somebody put something in the chat. All right, so Vicky said, Professor Kathy, is there a code as somebody attempting to join? There are no code. They must sign up for the event, okay? And then after they sign up for the event, then they get an invitation and then click on the join, and that's how they go there. And you know what? You did remind me because I don't think we have enough people in this room. Like I said, we have 25 people, but like about 70 people are registered to join. Okay, let's see what else. All right, so Josh already put the link for registration. So if you are watching and you like, I really like this, I really want people to join it, Josh already put the link for registration, and then you send it to somebody and they had to join. Like I said, they had to sign up with their email and check their email inbox to get the code, okay? All right, did I answer your question? And by the way, I know that you are not able to talk. So what you want to do is you want to give me a thumbs up. Do you know how to give a thumbs up in the reaction button? You give a thumbs up to let me know that I already answered your question, okay? And Jolly, I saw you raise your hand. So Jolly, I'm gonna look through the chat um, to make sure that that I address everybody. Josh, did you raise your hand or no? All right, I think that everybody's good. All right, let's go back to the presentation slide again. And Josh, do me a favor to remind me of the timing, okay? To make sure that I don't exceed my time. So can you see my screen again? If yes, do me a favor and either give me a thumbs up in the reaction or a yes. And that's how that I know that you're able to see my screen, because I cannot see from what you see. You can see my screen, right? Put something on the chat, please. All right. So on top of telling you about my humble beginning, I want to tell you my life story, okay? And I will make it very quick. Um, so when I arrived to United States, it was 2002, y'all, and I was not where am I right now. Let's keep it that way. I had $300, okay? I barely could make rent. There are days that I will go sleep hungry. And that's what I used to be. I will be able to work really hard and get accepted to the executive master of business administration program at UT Arlington. And I thought that I got a break. I graduated in 2008, and my student loan was $100,000. Okay, did you hear me? $100,000. And guess what happened right after my graduation? Our U.S. economy tanked in 2008. If you are old enough, you probably remember that in 2008, our country had a financial meltdown. So I graduated with $100,000 in student loan debt, and I got laid up from the bank that I used to work for. As a matter of fact, both banks that I used to work for, they went out of business. Okay, so that how much a bad shape I used to be in. Okay, because I was in debt, I definitely didn't have any time or money to travel. And remember, I told you all that one of the love of my life is traveling. I had to take the job that I don't necessarily love, just so that I could pay back my student loan. Because I was so busy working, I was actually sedentary. I call myself, I was a couch potato. I actually was pre-diabetic. Um, and because I spent all my life working, I didn't have any time to cook. I ate mostly takeout or fast food, was not good for my health. And then I absolutely didn't have any time for dating or for having a friend or for family. So is anybody in this room used to be in that situation? It yes, put yes. And and the reason why I share all this, because I know that a lot of my students, they are juggle many jobs. I know some people in this room, they are trying to manage a business and trying to be a mom, and they never ever type time for themselves. As a matter of fact, many people said that they need to work on their time management. I had been there. And what I don't want you to feel bad for me, okay? Because fast forward decades later, okay? Now I'm happy to report that I'm debt free and I'm financially secure. As a matter of fact, I have no debt and I am a self-made millionaire. If I could do it, so can you. I will be able to travel over 20 countries. Right now I have two successful career. One is my teaching job, and the other one is owning my own business. And I absolutely love it. I still work very hard, but I definitely dedicate time to be in shape. As a matter of fact, I'm 45 years old, y'all, and I am in better shape right now at the age of 45 than I used to be in my 20s. Okay, I am very busy, but I also dedicate time to cook for my family, and I can cook any kind of cuisine, especially healthy food, to feed myself and my family so that we can be all healthy. And lastly, I've been married to my husband over a decade, and I have a great support system with extended friend and family. So I'm gonna stop sharing and go back. So I say you all that not to brag about myself, okay? I don't want you to think that, oh, Professor Trins is bragging, she's flexing. No, I share all of that because I have been there, done that. It was not easy. It take a long time. It's not an overnight success. But what I want to teach you is it is possible. Okay, your dream can come true. And today I'm gonna teach you how to make it happen. All right. So are you ready to learn? It yes. Put yes in the chat so that I know that you're listening to me. So here it is some slides about my award and also the client testimonial. And you can also go to my business profile or my LinkedIn profile to read about that. And here's my interview of my show on VSFA TV and also Radio Saigon 1600 AM. So now let's talk about goal setting, okay? Um, I strongly believe one of the reasons that I will be able to, number one, escape extreme poverty, okay, and be able to transform my life is to have the right technique of the goal setting, okay. But even before that, I want you got to set any goal. What I really want you to take a look at is where our country is right now in 2025 with the top New Year resolution. And what I really want you to look at is actually if you, here's a study by Statica, okay, of the US population in this year. And what really, really make me sad is 43% is not making goal, is not making resolution. Did you see that? And I know that it's not you guys. You guys in this room. Okay, that's why you want to learn how to set goal. You want to transform your life. You want to take your business to the next level. So most of the goal is actually very simple. Okay, the first one is to save more money. I mean, everybody can use a little more money, right? The number two is to eat healthier. I'm already done that. To exercise more, to lose weight, to spend more time with family and friends. I love this one. I'm a mother. I have two young kids that you can see. I always want to spend more time with them, to quit smoking, to reduce spending unlimited spend. So if you like come to my webinar and you have no idea what kind of goal to set here, hopefully will give you some kind of inspiration, okay? I'm gonna stop sharing and go back to the chat room because I saw two people raise their hand. So John, Josh, you raise your hand. You have something to say? Actually, Sila, your hand's raised. You have something to say? Put in the chat. And then I saw that Ricky's raised her hand. So I'm gonna go back and okay, so oh, okay. So Sila said that I didn't mean to raise my hand. Okay, no problem. All right, good deal. And then I see that Vicky still have the hand raised. So Vicky, whatever you need, do me a favor and put in the chat so that I can help you out, okay? All right, and then she put her hand down, so that's good. All right, so I'm going back to my screenshot again. All right, so here is not a statistics. And here is a huge problem, y'all. Huge problem. And I really, really want you to take a screenshot and share this with your friend, your family, your mom, and your dad. Okay. So according to this study, okay, 83% of U.S. population have no goal. I was shocked when I saw this. I'm like, that cannot be true. But yeah, 83 have absolutely no goal. 14% of our population have a goal, but it's in their head. Okay, are you with me so far? But only when they have a goal, they are 10 times more successful than the other 83%. But listen to this. People with written goal. Are you with me so far? I mean, how hard does it take to write something down? I have a piece of paper for you. You can write it down, right? They are 30 times more successful than the rest of U.S. population. So I want you to take a screenshot of this. I want you to share with whoever that you love and care for. And I want you to harass them, say, you got to write out your goal. I don't care what goal it is, just write it down because that also meant that you are likely to be 30 times more successful than a regular person. And as a matter, Andrea put in the chat. I actually haven't set any goal for 2025. Now I know what is important. All right, Andrea, if we ever meet again online or in person, I will ask to see your goal, okay? Written down somewhere. All right, so let's go to the next slide. Here, if you are young, okay, I know some of my students like 16, 17, and they have no idea like what to look forward to because they just try to figure out, you know, um, all that dating and career. Here is some milestone for an ideal life. Hopefully, it will inspire you. And I include for both women and men. And as you can see, it's actually not that different to be a woman and man, right? Both woman and man, it doesn't matter what gender you are. We all want to be financially secure, okay? We all want to have a family. So that is number one and number two goal. And then woman, goal number three, you want to get married, but man is to have a successful career, and that's understandable. They all want to travel around the world. They all want to own a dream home. They all want to have a successful career. And so what I'm trying to tell you is it doesn't matter who you talk to, is man, is woman. Um, we all want the same thing, okay? So let's go to the next one. All right. So I'm gonna stop sharing and go back to the screen. Okay, so Kimberly put, do you have a sort of the ghost slide that will show? I believe it, I have it somewhere. And y'all, if you want to get a copy of the slide, put it in the chat, and what George can help me is to get your email, make a list so that I can email it to you. How's that sound? That's where you can focus on my teaching and presentation instead of taking note, okay? All right, so now that you're ready to go, before that you make any goal, what I really need to teach you is before you make any goal, I really need you to sit down, okay, and work with me to develop your mindset, okay? And I call it a growth mindset. So I'm gonna give you an example, a very simple example. I don't care what kind of goal that you want to set. Okay, if you don't have the right kind of mindset, I'm here to tell you that it will not gonna happen. Okay, so that's why before you make any goal, you must develop the right kind of mindset, and it's called growth mindset. So I'll give you an example. I used to have a girlfriend. Our children go to the same school together. She doesn't own a home. She rent. Um, and then she always come to me being really distressed because her occasionally her landlord will kick the family out to sell the property, and then they will struggle to find another place to live, which is very stressful if you have young children. And I'm like, you know what? Let me help you buy a house. I used to be a mortgage loan officer. Okay, I can definitely help you to improve your credit. I can definitely help you with your budget. I can help you put, with saving and then buy a house so you can actually own a house so you will never be kicked out of your house ever again. And I got her really excited, but then she will come back to me, and this is what she said. She said, you know what, Kathy, I'm so sorry, but I don't think I can do it. My parents filed for divorce. I have never been good with money, so I don't think that I could ever become a homeowner. Okay, so that was a real story with my own girlfriend, and I was shocked at that time. And what I'm trying to describe to you is my girlfriend, she have a fixed mindset, okay, which means that she believe that her skill and her intellect and her talent are pretty much is fixed, okay. There are no way for change. There are no way for improvement. She would just stick to what she know, which means she's really bad with money. And she is okay with the way it is, would mean not having a stable home for her children. And she doesn't even want to try to learn more about personal finance so that she can improve her outcome. And she believes that she's not that smart, so it's much easier to give up. Why even try? And by the way, personal finance is not really boring. Nobody want to do it, right? Can anybody relate to that kind of mindset? Uh, and just so you know, I used to have that kind of mindset. I used to be that little girl who grew up in a village, in a house with no running water and no electricity. So it's just much easier for me to stay exactly where I used to be and not strive for greatness. Okay. So, but what I need you to do is you really need to sit down, find a quiet place, and have a conversation with yourself. Okay. And I really need you to be honest with yourself. I really need you to understand your own story because we all have our own story. We all have our own limited belief. Okay. My limited belief is I am a little girl from a village and nobody will listen to me. Nobody believe in me. So it's easier to stay where I'm at. But what I want to do is remember that you want to grow your mindset, okay? And it's like a muscle. You have to work at it every single day. And you can say stuff like, you know what? I do want to learn new things. I am ready to take more risks. I believe that maybe I don't know whatever I need to know right now, but with study, with education, with go to webinar like this, I can really attain the skill set I need to be successful. And even if I fail, then the failure is not a reflection of where I need to be. It's just an opportunity for me to get better. Okay. And even if I know how people do it, I would try to figure it out. So that is called growth mindset. And I need you to practice that every single day. Like I said, it's like a muscle. Look at my muscle. You had to practice every single day. Okay. So the next slide, after you achieve level of growth mindset, then what I need you to do is, again, you're not ready to write your goal down yet, okay? Next thing, I need you to sit down and write your personal vision statement, okay? And by the way, I'm gonna start sharing. How many in this class have your personal vision statement written down? It yes, put yes in chat. It no, put no. I'll put yes, because I have my personal vision statement written down. Okay, so Sheila said no, very honest. Thank you so much for sharing. Jasmine said no. Okay, a lot of no. I would love to see some yes, but that's okay. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm teaching you guys, right? Okay, so for writing your personal vision statement, it is pretty much like who you want to be. Okay, who do you want to be? What and what you want to do is you want to set aside at least 1 hour to 2 hours. Okay, you want to go to a quiet place. You want to have a pen and paper. You want to write down. You want to write down all your life experience, your family, your work, your education, your successes, and your failure. Write it down because that will take you to a rabbit hole of who you used to be. Okay, before we decide who we want to be, we had to understand where we come from. And then after you write out all your life experience, then write out your passion and calling. What are your passion? Um, Write out like why God put you on earth if you are Christian. Write down what really make your heart pump, what get you out of the bed in the morning. Write all that down, okay? After you go through the second step, now I want you to list at least 5 core life value. Um, and everybody will have some core value that you stick by. For example, for myself, because I come from extreme poverty, I strongly believe that I had to work 3 times as hard and be twice as good just to have a chance in life. So my number one core value, and I teach my children, is hard work. Okay. I also believe that because of where I come from, I also believe that families always come first. So what I need you to do is put in the chat your number one core value. Okay, just one core value like hard work, respect, honesty, integrity. Write that down in the chat, please. The next one is after you already know your 5 core values, I need you to write down, identify what motivates you. I want you to think why I'm doing what I'm doing. I know a lot of my students in this webinar, and they are my students. So they are doing a college a degree, which is very hard, by the way. So that you can say that why I am doing this college thing is a lot of work. It takes time away from me and my family. But what motivates me to do that is so that I can raise an example for my family. So that's what motivates them, right? Or maybe I want to provide a better life for my children. So write down what motivates them. And then after you do all of that, then make it 50 words or less. And I want you to do all that, and I want you to write down a piece of paper. I want you to stamp it on your fridge or your makeup mirror or anything that you can see every single day to remind you of your personal vision. Are we good with that? Yes. Put yes in the chat, please. All right, so after you done with the personal vision and core value, I just want to show you another slide because sometimes I mean, if you're a younger student, like 17, 18, you still try to figure out life, you don't really know what all the core value out there. I give you this slide, some basic core value, and hopefully it will inspire you. Another of my belief is discipline. I'm a very disciplined person. I also believe integrity and honesty, and then responsibility. So those stuff, hopefully that will inspire you, okay? So now that we do through all the exercise, I want to share you how your personal vision and your value will help to define your life. Think about it like a roadmap, okay? We all go on road trip, right? So here example of a fictional person named Bob Thompson. So you can see that his personal vision is very short. He wants to live in service to his community, right? And his value is diversity, loyalty, service growth, happiness, harmony, family, and hope. Okay, very simple, very straightforward. And then from that personal vision and his core value, he had different milestones in his life. For example, in 2018, he wanted to volunteer outside of work. He wanted to complete advocacy training. And then the next year, he wanted to learn how to do grant writing. He wanted to serve on the project committee. And in 20, he wanted to lead a project. He wanted to find a local government mentor. And in 2021, he wanted to organize project for others and then learn how to coach. And that, I'm not saying that you will copy and paste that, but that is the roadmap for you. Remember, to really have a way to number one, craft your personal vision. Number two, define your core value. And from there, that will be your North Star that decide every decision and goal in your life. Okay, so do not, I'll repeat again, do not set a goal until you get all this done. Will you promise me? Put yes in the message, please. All right. So now that you all have a roadmap, you can break it down. So first, and here is another example. Um, and how is that you have a life goal, and then a 5-year plan and a daily goal. Okay, so this person, his career goal is manage a big company and publish a book. So that is life goal. And then he break it down to 5 years and daily. So it sounds really daunting when you want to manage a big company and publish a book, right? I mean, I want to publish a book. I'm still working on that. But for his daily goal, is actually do very, very doable. For career, he wants to be the best employee and look for training opportunity. And then he wants to write daily, which I think is really, really easy. I mean, you wake up, you write maybe 3 sentences about things that you plan to do today, things you're thankful for, and boom, you already get it done, right? Um, and then if he is the best employee, then within 5 years, he want to get promoted to manager and look for transferring. And then in 5 years, he want to complete the first draft of his book. So what I'm trying to tell you is do not be afraid of the big, hairy, audacious goal. If you have a plan, and that is very solid plan, and like I said, I'm happy to email on my slide to you all, so that you can have it, okay? And then now he have different areas of his life, like career, bucket list, financial, family, social, and personal. But I'm talking about career, because this webinar is supposed to help you with your career. All right. All right, so now the first thing we have personal vision, right? The second thing that we have our core value. All right. So after you have all of that, it's time to set some goal. Okay. And whenever you set some goal, what I need you to do is to remember the word SMART. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Okay. Um, so so I'm gonna give you an example just so you understand, how to utilize that terminology in your goal setting so that you will make the correct goal. Because I have seen people that do go the wrong way and they never be able to achieve what they plan to have. So I'm gonna give you an example. I hear a lot of time that people say, "Oh, you know what, Kathy, you are so healthy. I want to be healthy too. My goal this year is to be healthy." And let me ask you a question. Let's start with the S. Is being healthy is specific at all? Yes or no? Put either one, yes or no, put in the chat. No. Okay, good. No, it's not. It doesn't mean anything, right? So that's why we had to uh, be very specific. And the person like, what do you mean by being healthy? Do you mean eating more fruit and vegetable? Do you mean taking up some exercise like jogging? So that address the first one, which is S. All right. So let's just say that, you know what, this year we commit to be healthier by eating more fruit and vegetable. But again, is that measurable? No, it's not, right? So what the next thing you had to do is you had to quantify your objective and know when you achieve it. So you can put it down in here, the slide. I want to be healthier and specifically eat more fruit and veggie, and I will have 5 servings of fruit and veggie every day. Okay. And by the way, does anybody in this room know how to measure a serving of fruit and vegetable? It yes, put yes, it no, put no. And yeah, I don't care either way. All right. I did want some engagement. Okay. All right. So very honest. Okay. So a serving of fruit and vegetable is the size of your fist. So do you see my fist? Okay. So it's the size of your fist. So let's see this, and that's how I teach my children. You know what? Eat some vegetable, make like 3 sides of your fist, and then you have 3 servings. All right. Now that we have something measurable, but is it achievable? How do we know it's going to get done? If that person never eat fruit or vegetable before, then how do we know it's going to be achievable? And the way that we will make it achievable is to have a shopping list every weekend and put fruit and vegetable in that shopping list. And then if that person has never ever eating fruit and vegetable before, how do we know it's realistic? So I'm not going to try that person to eat 5 servings right off the bat because I know it's going to happen, right? How about we start with 2 servings? Okay, maybe one for lunch, one for dinner. Do you think it's more realistic? Yes. Put yes in the chat. And then we will put a target. Right now it's February, so why don't we put a target March 31st in a month? You will eat 2 servings of fruit and vegetable, and then you will work your way up to 5 servings. How's that sound? Is it sound very time bound? And that's how SMART goal is being made. Okay. So if you ever see me again, I will ask you for a goal, and I ask how that align to SMART. Okay. All right, so now that we have about 15 minutes left, and I want to teach you the difference between a dream and a goal. Um, and I will tell you that growing up in a house with no running water in rural Vietnam, I would never ever imagine I'm right here in front of you all doing all that amazing thing. Okay. And the reason because I do have a dream. So the difference between the dream and the goal, the dream is the vision of where you want to go and what you want to achieve. And it is supposed to inspire you, it's supposed to energize your mind. Okay. And the goal is an action step to achieve your dream. So I want you to dream. Okay. And I want you to do a technique called Dreamcasting. All right. So the rule number one that I tell you already, whatever you do, you have to put it down on paper. Okay. Remember, if you put it down on paper, you are 30 times chance to be successful. So here is technique, and it's actually very, very simple for dream casting. Okay. So number one, I need you to remove anything that holding you back. So I will go back to my example where of a little girl growing in rural Vietnam. Remember, I was poor. I have no running water. I have no electricity. That's how poor I used to be. But I had the audacity to dream that one day I will travel the world. You listen to me. One day, your professor will travel the world. So if I have any common sense, I would say that will never happen. How I'm gonna be escape this how I'm gonna have the money, and the time, the ability to travel anyway. So when you write down your dream and if you have things that hold you back, like oh my God, that's so much money, I could never afford it. Life is so busy, I could never do it. You need to remove that anything that hold you back, okay? And then after you remove everything hold you back and write down your dream, the next step I need you to do is create a vision board. And the way to do it, I want you to go out and find pictures that inspire you, that you can look at every single day, and it ignite that dream inside your heart that you really really remember and make it happen. And it can be like some podcast pictures, some screenshots, some Canva, and you can either put it in front of your refrigerator, you can put it in front of your makeup mirror if you are a woman, you can put it on your screensaver on your phone. I have a phone right here. You can put it on your laptop, anywhere that you look at every single day to remind you. Okay. And here it is example what is the dreamcasting a vision board look like. And even though there are not a lot of words, you can see that exactly what the person who created what they want to do, right? I can see that she loved Disney, so she wanted to travel to Disney. I recognize all that because I've been to Disney in Florida, in Japan. She also wanted to travel to Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, she want to buy a new car, and I can see it correctly, it's probably a Lexus. She want to be able to speak Spanish. She want to meet Oprah one day. She want to read every day. She want to grow spiritually, and she want to make a difference in the world. So that is an example what a vision is supposed to be like and how it's going to excite you. So I'm gonna pause right here and go back to my screen. Do you have any question for me in the chat? If not, I will move forward. Any question for Dreamcasting and Vision Board? Yes, no? To put in the chat, please. All right. All right, so next, um, I'm address the number one issue that everybody brought to this webinar is, Ms. Trin, I need help with time management. I really do. And I hear you. I never met somebody said that, Ms. Trin, I have so much free time, I don't know what to do with my life. Okay, I have never met that person, by the way. It's always I have so much to do. So I'm gonna give you one quote, okay, and write it down, put it in your phone. The key is, however, is not prioritize your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. And this is from my favorite author. His name is Stephen Covey, and from his book, First Thing First. Okay. All right. So the key, however, is not to prioritize your schedule, but to schedule your priority. All right. So I am going to the next one, and this is where that I really really need you to write your priority down. Okay. I think that as human, we always have a lot to do on our to-do list. If I open my to-do list, I probably have 100 things right there. But I think what differentiates from a successful person and a person who's not successful yet is to know where your priority and what's important so that you can prioritize. So in this visual aid, you can see this person, we call it the big block, which means the important thing. And the number one thing I see right in front of my eyes is family, right? So family always come first. And number two is important for that person's career. Number three is the big house, buy a house. And number four is write a novel. Okay, so that is his or her priority. And then she put it in the bucket first. Okay, and I know that now that he or she had the priority, they will focus their time, energy, and effort in those priority first before they get their life take over. Okay, because there's always meeting, report, meal to prep, kid is been sick. So what I need you to do is also to identify your priority. Okay, you need to identify what is your big block, and not only you need to identify, What I really need you to do is to write down and you need to put in your calendar. So I'm gonna stop sharing. So first, remember, you had answered the question, what is the big rock in my life? Which means, what is my big goal? What is my big priority? And how do you prioritize that? First, remember, you had to do it first before you do all the things. So I'm stop sharing and go back to the screen. So I want to ask you a question. Have you ever sit down and write down your top priority? Just put yes or no. And if you have put your priority, do you ever also schedule it on your calendar? Okay, so Lani say yes. Uh, let's just say no. And it doesn't matter yes or no. Now you learn a technique. And what I need you to promise me is after this webinar, I want you to go and do all the exercise that I teach you and write out your priority. So for example, it let's say that being healthy is important, okay? Then I need you to set SMART goal, and I need you to put in your calendar. Earlier, remember we talked about eating healthy? Then you need to put your calendar, say, I will prioritize that every Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. I will go grocery shopping and I will vegetable so that I can fit it in. Okay? And then Jasmine said, I write them down but struggle to schedule it. So Jasmine, like I said, let me ask you a question. Do you have a calendar? If you don't, it's time to go out and get one. And you don't even have to buy anything. At TCC, if you're a TCC employee, we provide you with Microsoft 365. You can go to calendar, you can schedule all that out. I actually bought a planner for my children and I make them schedule everything out. And okay, so she said yes, so she does have a calendar. And then Vicky said, what if you do not know where to start with what your dream is as a result, unable to make set goal? So Vicky, remember I told you about the very first exercise is number one, you must work on your growth mindset, remember? Okay. And then you had to do your personal vision. Okay. And I don't care, it doesn't matter if you are 10 years old like my children or you are 45 years old like me, or I'm sure somebody in this audience is older. Everybody can work on their personal vision. For example, for my children, I've been teaching them. They're only 10, so they're young. But I'm like, what kind of person you want to become? And of course, they have no idea. And I'm like, how about a good person? How about a hardworking person? How about a person with excellent academic, would mean getting straight A and being good sport. So I mean, any kid want that kind of thing, right? And so Vicky, I hope that give you some kind of like a step so that you can really go back to the beginning, okay? And then work out your personal vision, your core value. And then from there, after you have everything write down, you ready to set some goal and you ready to do dreamcasting. Does that answer your question, Vicky? Okay, excellent. All right, let's go back to share the screen again. I saw that I have 7 minutes left, so I am sorry I'm a flight about those last few slides, but I want to get you out. So here's number two. Let us say that you are so busy, there's so much noise going on, and you don't know which one to focus, right? I'm sure that you all have that problem. You like, oh my God, I have a million things going on. Then here's another exercise I want you to do is I want you to sit down. I want you to do this grow wheel of life. So in this grow wheel of life, there's 8 areas that important our life: career, health and wellness, spirituality, inner peace, fun and recreation, personal growth and learning, relationship and family. And I want you to rank yourself. I want you to rank yourself from 0. So it said that you 0 would mean that you have a lot of work to do, or 10 would mean that you are perfect in that area. I want you to rank it, and then it will take you 5 minutes to do the exercise. But from there, you can tell that which one to be focused. For example, in this example, you can tell that whoever do it is doing really well in finance and wealth, right? But then right here in contribution and community, that definitely need more improvement. And that is one area that person can prioritize. Okay, are we good on this? Will you do this exercise for me? So The next one is, let's talk about people who own business. So if you have taken my business at TCC, you know that I'm a big fan of business plan. As a matter of fact, I'm the judge of the forward business plan competition. And a plan is something that is very near and dear to my heart, because my philosophy is people don't plan to fail, but they just fail to plan. Okay, but I know that today you don't have time for business plan, and I don't have time to teach you that, so I will give you one too. Okay, so here is another worksheet, which is very simple. It will take you 5 minutes. So Sheila, I know you have a business, you can do this one, and this one is how you rank yourself from it. The inner circle is from 0 all the way to 5. Okay, and in every business, follow this kind of model. You have customer relationship, you have operation, you have organization, and you have business concept. And it's broken down to different area. And then you will rank yourself. For example, in this business example, you can tell that that person is very confident with business idea, right? They are very, very good with their customer portfolio. They are good with communication and PR. Hey, but guess what? Their finance is only like what 1 out of 5, so that's something they can work on it. For legal issue, is 0, which mean that they definitely need to work on their legal issue. For business processing, again 0, and for partnership, again 0. So those area, like I said, it take you 5 minutes to work on, and it give you a very clear picture of where your business is at and where do you need to focus your energy. Okay, so does that help you to break through the noises and be focused? If yes, do me a favor, put yes in the chat so I know that my voice come across. All right, so here is the top most common mistake people make when setting goal. I'm gonna be fast, and it's everything I've been telling you. First, they didn't write it down, so it's very easy to forget. And like I said, only 3% of your population write down the goal. I mean, how sad is that? Number two is not specific. Remember, you had to do SMART goal. It's not measurable. Again, go back to the SMART goal. It's not time key. Go back to SMART goal. It's not relevant. It's not important to you. Remember, this is your goal. Do not make your mom goal or your dad goal or even Professor Trin goal your own goal. It's not excited, and there's no way to measure the progress. So those are the 7 most common mistake. And I hope that after you to take my webinar, you will not make that mistake. Okay. All right. So with that, my presentation come to an end. We have 2 minutes to finish it up. So what I'm asking you all is to give me your evaluation, and it you can take the see the QR code is right there. You can take if you have your phone, you can take a picture of that. It's only 5 questions, and it will help me to know if I'm doing well or not. So do me a favor, and I give you 1 minute to do that one. Okay. So I will monitor my form to make sure it's turned in. And remember, it is anonymous. So if you absolutely hate my presentation, um, also put it in. Okay. Um, and I really, really mean it, because I really want to know how I can do a better job next time. Are you with me so far? So please, and if you don't have a smartphone with you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay, so if you don't have the smartphone with you, you can click the link in there. Are you with me so far? And that link will take you to my evaluation. And that's, you can tell me like if you love it, if you hate it, what else I can do to make it better for everybody in the future. It's only 5 questions. It will take you 30 seconds. So everybody in this room, we have 24 people. Please do it all for me. All right, are we almost done? So I saw somebody raise their hand. So Josh, you raise your hand. You have something to say? Or you can put it in the chat. All right,
Yeah,
so
so
go ahead, Josh.
yeah, I saw a message from Sela for you. How do we take the growth wheel of life quiz?
Oh, Sila, there are no quiz. It's just a piece of paper with the wheel and you that rank yourself. Okay? You rank yourself from 0 to 10, 0 to be terrible and 10 be perfect. And that's how that you can see what area in your life that need to improve. Does that answer your question, Sila? Yes, put it in the chat. Okay, so the next thing that I need you to do for me is if you are pleased with my presentation, what you can do for me to help me out is give me some review. Only if you are happy with my presentation. So there are two ways you can give reviews. If we already connect on LinkedIn, you can scan the LinkedIn QR code, and that will take you to my LinkedIn profile, and you can put in a recommendation for me. Or if you don't have LinkedIn, but you have a Google profile, then you can scan the Google and you can give me a review on my Google profile page. Okay, so with that, I am going to give you another 30 seconds to get it done. And in the meanwhile, I monitor the chat to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Oh, so John said that he already did the evaluation and it's been very helpful. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate your kind word. And also, another person said, done. Thank you. Thank you, you all. Like I said, I am doing this because I really believe in this that can help a lot of people. And your encouragement by either evaluation or review, it means the world for me. Okay, it means that what I'm doing has been helping people, and it means that I need to do what I need to do so that I can help even more people. Okay, Andrea raised her hand. So Andrea, what going on is you cannot talk because the participant is muted, but you can put a chat. So Andrea said, as always, you were terrific. Really miss your teaching style. I miss you too, Andrea. And then Vicky says, so joyful. I chose your class. You are awesome. Thank you so much. Well, like I said, if you are happy, do a Google review, okay? And then Vicky says, so authentic and transparent. Thank you. And Kimberly said, fabulous spoken as a certified professional coach. I am actually a certified professional coach, Kimberly. I am certified by the Alternate Board. I have a lot of certification and a lot of degrees. So if you want to check it out, feel free to go to my LinkedIn profile. I put it all there. And also my students know that. Okay, so I think that if you are done with the review, I am going to go to the next thing with the question. So I know it's already 12:33. Do you have any question? If yes, I will stay as long as possible to answer your question. If not, I am going to stop recording and then return you back to your normal life. So Vicky said, will you do this again throughout? Yes, Vicky, I actually already have a webinar. And this time is a hybrid, which means it's in person. So Vicky, if you are close to TC Connect campus,